All right, we'll line up over here. Okay, so today's class we're going to work a little bit on distance, footwork, and some games. The way that I approach footwork tends to be a little bit different than the way a lot of people approach footwork, which is I don't really care that much about explosivity, power, speed. I actually don't care about that as much as you probably like what a lot of people care about it. What I care about is precision, and it ends up being like using timing is another big one. And then there's some details about like rhythm and acceleration. And those are better to work on. So for myself, I will never be as fast as a lot of people because speed is genetic. It's all about having like fast twitch muscles and having the genetics to have good speed. You can train it and you can get better at it, but there's a point where it's not going to work for you anymore. And I know that I'm that person that it's not going to work for. So I don't train it as much as a lot of people do. I do work on the other stuff that's more important for me, and it works better if you become an old man. So we're just going to do forward, if you live to become an old man. Forward, forward, back. Forward, forward, back. Forward, forward, back. Forward, forward, back. If you feel like playing around with the size of your steps, you can too. Just get warmed up. When we get here, we're going to do back, back, forward. Okay, and back, back, forward. Back, back. Try not to lean forward. Keep your torso upright. Just glide. And turn that arm outside, right? Good. Crank that arm, there you go. All of you guys practice that guard position. Good. Micro advance. Up, 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 up. Micro retreat when you get to this line. Against the wall and retreat. Good. Guard up, guard up. Turn that elbow out. Stretch it out for a sec. So what we're going to do is we're going to step, 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 lunge, recover forward. Step, 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 lunge, recover forward. Good. So land, let's pause for a sec. Land on the heel, up, lunge, recover forward. Up, 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 lunge, recover forward. There you go. Good, but don't move that back foot and look down at your feet, Val. Too close. There you go, yes. So the recovery is two separate moves, lunge, and then push off this one and it lands here. So it's not right away like that, it's pop, pop. 1, 2. Good job. Torso upright. I don't want to see too much lean. Yeah. There you go. Good job. When you get to the line, what you're going to do on the back foot is step, 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 retreat. Step, 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 retreat. Good job, guys. Good. So step, 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 retreat. Step, 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 retreat. Step, 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 retreat. Step, 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 retreat. Big reach. If you can keep that torso upright, keep it upright. Good job, guys. Good job. Shake it out for a sec when you get there. Good. So we're going to do an annoying one again. So we're going to do advance, advance, retreat. Advance, same thing, but when I clap, you're going to lunge. All right, and go. Smooth, smooth, yeah. Good, and recover. And continue. Up. So when it's clap, it's going to be clap, recover, and continue. Good job. Shake it out, guys. Same thing on the way back. You're going to retreat, retreat, advance. Retreat, retreat, advance. When you hear the clap, subterfuge and back. Retreat, retreat, advance. Retreat. Same thing, okay? Give it a try. There you go. So subterfuge is a rearward lunge. You're just sticking out the back foot and then you come back. Okay? And go. There you go. Good job, guys. And back. Keep it going. Retreat, retreat forward. Good. And back. I just had to annoy you guys. I'm sorry. Good. Good work, guys. Shake it up. Okay, another annoying drill. If you need to grab water for a sec, go ahead. Actually, yeah, go ahead, grab water, then grab mask and sword.
We could do like 1,000? Yeah, like maybe 1,000 tools. Do you have places at home to use? Where's the figures? Yeah, okay.
Okay, so first little game that we're going to play is we're going to find the correct distance for us to hit the person where they can't defend. And for everybody, it's going to be different. So if I have Adam here, Adam is going to cut one at my head, like that, okay? And we're going to start from about advance or maybe tip-to-tip lunge range. And I'm going to try to genuinely parry his attack, and I know it's going to be a cut number one. Okay, so he's going to try to hit me. Good, he got me there. Let's try again. Good, okay. Now he's going to go forward maybe an inch or two. Good, try again. Yes. So we found his range. So now he knows that at that range he can beat my parry. And he knows that if he gets into that range where we're crossed a little bit tip to tip, a little bit past, even if I know what's coming, he can hit me anyway. And for each of you, it's going to be different because you're different heights, different brains, different reaction time, okay? And then that also is teaching the other person, where can I parry from? Where do I need to be so I can parry from there? So it's a little bit of a game. It's focusing on distance. There's a little bit of footwork involved, but distance is the key here, is knowing when you can succeed at something and when you fail, okay? Grab a partner and give it a try. Nice, and here's the other thing I want to see is I only want you guys to cut with the very tip of the sword. So your distance, you should not, Adam did it perfectly and it didn't hurt me. If he was cutting with this part of the sword, it would have really hurt me. This part, it doesn't. And it also maximizes his range. Okay, spread out, guys.
I didn't hear it. Because if you were pushing your phone, because you're like this, then you can give her off.
Try going from here. Let's try this here. That was a 2, that wasn't a lot. Yeah.
Okay, how's it going, guys? Are you making any discoveries or insights?
When I relax, it works way better.
Yeah, totally. When you relax, it works better. What's it like reading different opponents?
Subtle tells in the feet.
Yeah. Yeah, like for when I was watching Steve do it, one of the things that I noticed was he was lifting his foot, right? So that would be something that maybe you'd look for, is somebody like lifting their foot to lunge, right? That would be a little bit of a tell, right? Or if you see somebody tense there, you're right though, when you relax. Do you guys want to try it one more time and then we'll get on to some other stuff? Just against somebody new. Rotate. Okay, guys. So we got to read now, okay? So we're going to work a little bit. Again, this is focused on footwork and some games. I'll get you to just move out of the way there because I got the camera rolling. Sorry, I'll grab my mask. The next game that we're going to play is we're going to have an attacker and a defender. One thing that you're going to notice is we don't have a ton of space here. So that changes the way things are. So as a rule, I don't want you hitting the person if they're backed up close to the wall, if they have nowhere to retreat. As soon as you get them there, restart, like kind of just back up a little bit. You can back up in your footwork, let them go, and then get back. You know, maybe back to your spot. If you're the attacker, start on the back wall, get them here. But the goal is you're going to try to get them into your distance where you can attack and they can't parry. Okay? So you're going to maybe try to trick them. Maybe pressure them against them, back them up, get them stepping forward, and then do it, right? And the person who's defending, your job is to not get into that range. Stay in a range where you can parry that attack. Okay, so it can be direct, indirect, right? For right now, we're going to keep it hits to the head. Okay? So maybe me and Adam will try. I'll be the attacker. So I'm going to give you a clue. Rhythm change, okay? So I'm going to be flowing slow, like get them relaxed. Boom. You buried. Buried. Oh, I got through a little bit. Okay. But that's the idea, is you're trying to find that perfect range where you can go through. So I didn't land it perfectly. He got away a bit. I hit his arm, right? He did a good job. Let's give it a try. Start with a new partner. And remember, let them off the hook. As soon as you got them into a corner, they got nowhere to go, ease off. And take your time. Slow, 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 fast. So here they're all giving it a go. The people on the left are the attackers. People on the right are the defenders. There you go. Good one. Okay, guys, we're gonna try a new one now. I'll grab Adam. Make him work hard. I'll just get you guys to clear the way if that's okay. Sorry. So the next thing we're gonna see is Adam's gonna go on guard. And what I wanna see is I wanna just step and see like how much of a step do I need before I can hit him through his guard. So if I attack him here, he's pretty much guarded. If I step that far, still kind of guarded. If I step a little farther, I can maybe hit him, okay? So it's the same thing kind of to the inside, right? If I step out this way, for sure, I can hit around his guard. Easy on that side. Problem is that his sword is kind of ready to hit me too. So I might get, you know, a little screwed up in that one. On this one, it's a little bit less likely. That's a little bit of a better position for me to parry. But I want you to just experiment with that. I can even hit around his guard kind of from here too, but it's harder, especially if he's got key-ons like that. So maybe a little step, okay? And then I want you to try the same thing to the shoulder. How far do I have to, not far, right? To get a good advantage. And then to the head, right? I can just force my way through, but what about, you know, a little traverse? Does that give me it, okay? So play around with that a little bit, and then the next one would be parries. So what I'm gonna try to do is, so he's gonna parry inside, you know? Okay, so I'm just gonna do this. So we know that's how far his parry is. You know, how far do I have to step that way before I can get through it? Okay, just play around with it a little bit, okay? You're gonna have an attacker, and then the other person is just taking shots. So be gentle with him, don't hit him too hard. When you hit with just the very tip of it so it has a little bit less mass behind it, but still feel what that's like, okay? Give it a try.
Then partner, we rotate.
Let's rotate.
Actually, I'm going to stay put. Yeah. You're like popular with
While you may get the hit,
Okay, guys. So now we're going to try a game. And so, like we've learned earlier in class, sorry, I'll get you guys to just clear the camera path, sorry. Like we talked about in earlier classes, really the two advantages that you can get in traversing. One is moving away from their guard and hitting to where it's open. And the other one is moving into their guard and then collapsing their sword. You get a mechanical advantage, right? Those are the two possibilities. So we're going to play a game now of attacker and defender. The defender's goal is using traversing and pivoting footwork. So pivoting, right? To cut off the line so that they don't get an advantage on you. If Adam traverses over to my right and I just pivot, I make a small, I don't even really have to move much. I'll pivot, I can regain that and open it, right? And so if he moves to the inside, it's the same, that's a little bit bigger of a pivot. You see how that small motion it gave me the line, and he has to take a big step to get an advantage. So the attacker has to take a bigger step. And so my job as the attacker now is I'm going to try to get one of the advantages, you know, maybe. And moving forward with distance too. And then when I feel like the time is right, boom. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I just let it go. But remember, the traversing footwork is outside guard like this, medium, inside guard like this. You can do an outside guard on this narrow stance too. But you're basically just moving around from narrow to wide stances. And if you just hold your sword like this, it'll naturally go from a medium to an outside. You don't even have to move your arm. It just naturally does it, right? So boom, moving around. You can change guards if you want. Try to wrong foot them a little bit and then hit if you can get an advantage, okay? And the distance still applies to this. You still have to be at a range where you can hit and the other person wants to be at a distance where they can't. So back, you know, don't get them right against the wall. Back up, traverse, play the game a little bit, play with it, get distance, traverse, bam, hit. Okay? Give it a try. Let's switch partners. Rotate. We'll get the same side as normal. So the side Sebastian is on, Jacques, Val, and Devin. No, you're the attacker, Val. So if it doesn't land, you're either not close enough or maybe not getting an angle.
That's close, but not cigar.
Okay, pause for a sec. We're going to add in one more layer. The next, I'll pick. Maybe I'll pick on Nick this time. Adam looks like he's having a heart attack. I'll just get you moved out of the way, Colin. Thanks. So the next one is that now the person is not only trying to parry, they're trying to parry or pause. Okay, so maybe you be the attacker, and I'll be the defender. Parry or pause. There we go. Got it. So I'm trying to angle in, and maybe I'll try to get an advantage too if I can on the traverse. Boom. There we go. Okay, so that's the goal. Parry or pause, traversing, and attacker. Okay?
Okay.
Give it a try. So, okay, one thing I want to add. Think about now you as the person who's defending, let them get close so that they attack, but not so close that they can attack without you parrying. So usually what that looks like is, as Nick attacks, I let him get close, and then I step back, hit, or he attacks again. I move away from the attack, or he attacks again, I move towards it, right? So I have those options. Give it a try.
Same, different?
Rotate. Switch roles. Okay, guys, we're going to try one more. So one more thing. I've talked a little bit about changing rhythms. Now we're going to do like something that would be like breaking the rhythm. So if Nick is there, what I mean by that is an attack where I'm going to step on the lunge. So we're going to move around, right, and hit. And that was just a direct attack. It wasn't a feint. All I did was I stepped and then stepped. And you see how that totally changed the rhythm of the attack? It's going to make it land a lot more when you get those kind of probing checks, especially if you desensitize them to them. So I'm stepping forward and then stepping back, forward, back. So he's used to my foot always doing that. So then when I do it suddenly, it doesn't look like an attack. See, even that surprised you. Yeah, a little bit, right? Add that in there. And that works on the traverse too, right? If I'm moving around, I fake a traverse here and go here. Or I fake a traverse here and go here. And that might just be, it might not even be to get an advantage on an angle. It might just be to buy myself time. Or I'm stuck against the wall. Oh, I'm out of the wall. I'm not there anymore, right? Stuck here. Right, I can fight my way out by wrong footing him. So ba ba. Try that out. Ba ba. Okay. Switch partners.
Same thing, so we're going through variables?
Yeah, parapos, yeah, same thing. You can use traverses or whatever, but try to just experiment with that broken rhythm. Sometimes do it, sometimes don't.
The broken rhythm coming from the attacker?
Yeah, attacker. Bop, bop. There you go. And sometimes do it, sometimes don't. Right? Because it keeps it honest. Switch roles. Nice. That was a great hit, man.
It's got 7 legs.
Oh, I didn't see that. It was blocked. Did both people get a chance? Did both sides get a chance? Yeah? All right. We're going to salute out, guys. That's the end of class. Everybody put your mask on your side. So yeah, with footwork, I think what you're going to see is like, it matters less to have like a perfectly classical lunge. You can be pretty sloppy and land pretty good, right? It also matters less how fast you are. It's more important to know what distance you can hit at, like what your perfect distance is, and get a read on when they can parry, when they're having a good time parrying. And changing the rhythm matters more. It matters a lot. Because I saw you guys at the end, and it looked like as soon as you added that dumb little step in, and we're alternating between attack and attack, look at that, more hits. I saw more hits landing, I think. Yeah.
Oh, like it.
Yeah, it did. Okay, so let's salute up. Good work, everybody. Let's have some fun.
A few minutes before